Good morning, everyone. I'm giving everybody the opportunity to start coming into the room. I know that they've been kind of delaying the um the notification, so I'm gonna just give everybody the opportunity to start coming in. Hey, Sonia. Good morning. I'm gonna start giving everybody the opportunity to come in. We're not gonna stay on. Franklin. Okay. I'm gonna give them the opportunity to send out more notifications. I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to start getting more notifications. Hey, phenomenal black woman. Hey, Clarinetta. Let me just say this. The only reason why, one of the reasons why, not the only, because I was getting ready, I was going to do a video on Cornelius, okay, on what we discovered, because nobody knew it. I think it's a shame that on this app, and I wouldn't give a fuck who gets mad. Excuse me, it's a Sunday. People have the nerve to get mad because I think everybody look at everybody's stuff. But whenever I look at somebody's stuff, I'm going to say, I got this off of such and such page. These niggas don't do nothing but steal. And they don't want to give nobody else their flowers. I wouldn't care what nigga or chick got mad because these folks mentally ill on here, a lot of them. Hell, anytime I've seen something on somebody else's page, regardless of if I care for them or not, and if I don't care for them, you don't see me on folks' pages that I don't really care for. But if I got something off somebody's page, I am going to give that person their flowers. Okay? I'm going to give them their flowers. I'm not going to steal off of their page and lurk on their page and never say nothing. Okay? And then act like I did the research and got the information. That's what these people do. I ain't never in my life seen, and these men worse, they got worse characteristics than any woman could ever. It's messed up on so many levels. That's the reason why some people that have the jewels and the gems and don't be wanting to drop. I wouldn't give up. Don't get me started because I'm really about to, because it's loaded anyway. Because these folks is messy on here. They get mad and want to insult you. That's a mental illness. Emotionally unstable. Bitch, if you got a problem, you need to tell me what your problem is. Okay? Messy. Okay? But it's a darn shame that these folks have bigger platforms and take your stuff. Okay? And can't say, this is where I got it from. They come to the smaller and they'll say, I've heard them say, well, they mad. They want me to say their name. They mad because I won't say their name. Motherfucker, don't say my name. Stay off my shit, bitch, nigga. Stay off my motherfucking page stealing. Tied up with them damn hackers anyways. Okay? Anyways, let me calm myself down. And I see that it ain't just for, because I've seen where people have gotten stuff from other pages, smaller, people who have less subscribers. And then act just like they came up with the information. That stuff ain't cool. It ain't nothing cool about it. As a matter of fact, it shows how insecure a person is. Cult figure. one of the reasons why I love him, I always give him his flowers. I don't care where he got it from. He gonna say, I got this from Real Talk with Tamara. I got this off of that page. He don't care if the content creator is big or small. He gonna give them a shout out if he got it from their page. Okay. But anyways, on yesterday, we was doing research. Y'all know yesterday morning when I was on, we was doing research, and I talked about it last night too a little bit, just passively, because I was like, I'll do a video on it tomorrow. Okay. And we was talking about, we discovered, I saw where Cornelius, and I know what made me look it up. Somebody was saying that Orange Mound Quet had asked for, okay, had asked for a private investigator. And I know, okay, that if he asked the courts to pay for a private investigator, okay, if he asks the courts to pay for a private investigator, that means that he's indigent. Okay, that means that he now has a court appointed attorney. He has a court appointed attorney. But you know, we saw that he had Massey, right? And which Massey could easily decide to take the contract from the county and become court appointed, but he can't charge that $1,000 an hour that he was charging before. He's going to have to go all the way down to, I believe that salary cap is $250 an hour that the county gives. That's why you don't see high price attorneys being court appointed, because they don't want to take $250 an hour. But sometimes if they have a relationship with the client, they will do that. Okay. I've seen it happen. So it prompted me. I was like, well, let me go look this up and see what's going on. And it was in that research yesterday that I was able to see that Orange Mound Quet filed some paperwork the other day declaring that he's indigent, which means he said he ain't got no money to pay his legal fees. Okay. And I was like, well, let me see what's going on with Cornelius them. And we went over there and looked at Cornelius, I saw where Cornelius, it looks like a charge had been added. Let me go to it. I mean, a person can only take so much. Hey, I be knowing when people feel like you ain't gonna say nothing. I be knowing when people send me messages for such and such doing shots at you, so I don't give a damn. Fuck them. Because I know when people want it on the internet, it brings them views. I'm not gonna do it. But at the same time, you get tired of the BS. Okay. And when I say the BS, damn what a subliminal person throwing out. I'm talking about when people come to your page and steal your shit and don't say, listen here. Because I don't care about them getting it. But why not say, well, look here, I got this off of Tamara page. Okay. I got this off of, such and such page. Shout out to them. Okay. It don't hurt to say that. And my research, I found this. Motherfucker, you know you was in the bushes. Just like I put out there in the atmosphere, was that 22, 23 names on them indictment that was named on them indictments. Folks started running with that. Okay, they was waiting for me to put the names out. I ain't gonna say it. Since you got them, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to put them out. Okay, they ain't been put out. Because what people do is they wait for somebody else that has the information to put it out so that they can feed off of it, instead of saying, look here, such and such got that information, I'm reporting it, but I got it from such and such. What's wrong with saying that? Instead, a narcissistic mother sucker will sit up and say, they mad because I got a bigger platform and won't call their name. Motherfucker, stay off my shit. If my page too little for you to talk about, why you getting my damn information? That's when you know it's a lot of mental illness going on. They want me to talk about them because I got a bigger platform. I ain't gonna talk about you, but you could come and get my information. Whew. Lord have mercy. I'm tired of this shit. Not in 2023. And these men bad about doing these women like that. They bad about it. That's the reason why I say salute to Co-Figure. I say salute to all the men that don't have an issue with saying, listen, I got this from over there. It's not going to, because I say it all the time. Even with the takeoff case. Hey, when people ask me about the takeoff case, I say I vlog on it, but it's other vloggers that's really into that. I go over there to identical them. I see them. They really got their heart in that. Go over there to them. They doing a good job on that takeoff situation. 2, it don't take anything from me to do that. And regardless of what anybody say, I don't care who vlogs on the Dolph case. It's not my case, but I'm a vlog on it. It's open season for anybody. But if you getting somebody else stuff, okay, why don't you say that? I was in the bushes, because I said all the time, I was in the bushes on such and such show. I heard this on double, because I be in the bushes on Double Tap show a lot of times. On Double Tap, I was in the bushes on one of them other shows because I was doing something yesterday on South Show. I be in the bushes sometimes because I'm out. I be listening to them. And then if I get on here and I regurgitate something they say, I know where I've heard it from. I say I got this from that show. But I know when somebody been looking at me because they'll regurgitate my verbiage verbatim. I said, that person look at me. But that's the problem that we have with our community. That crabs in a bucket mentality. And that's the reason why people don't excel like they could. Okay? They don't excel like they could because they always trying to tweak and take from somebody else. They feel like trying to put a jacket or defame somebody else's character because of whatever they got going on in the inside of them is going to help them. Hey, sometimes I guess it makes people feel better to do that. That's not how I rock though. And I'm not getting into no internet beefs. I don't beef. I'm going to wait for you to defame me so I can sue you. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay? For what you ain't got. But you'll never hear me get on here and take credit for something that I didn't do. And sometimes people forget, because I was listening to somebody one day swear that they put something out. And I know they put it out after me. But sometimes people forget. and it wouldn't matter, but people make a habit of doing that. Why not give people their flowers sometimes? Oh, well, only if it's the people that's in my little clique. Because, see, I already said I ain't in no sector. You're not going to put me in a sector. I don't know nothing about no damn sector. You can kiss my ass. Your beefs and your skits and all of that, y'all do that. Don't put that on my back. Don't defame my character. Okay. Okay. I ain't in no sector. When I got on here years ago, I know anything about that. I was just uploading videos. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Keep me out of that. If you want to come over here and be in the chat and chill and be cool, I ain't got no problem with that. Anybody can come over here as long as they're respectful. That's how I do it. I wouldn't care if you was from Timbuktu, whatever you do, just be respectful. And we could chat. That's how I do it. I'm not into that cliquish stuff. I don't even know what that is. But the bottom line is, if you get something from somebody, and there's been some of everybody that has had some information and it came out to be true that ain't nobody else had. Hell, you have to give people their flowers. Well, I might not like the motherfucker, but he sure had the information. I heard him say it first. Okay. And I knew it was correct because somebody credible had already told me. I might say that to somebody else. You can't take that from them, but that's the problem. People don't like to give people their credit. And they sit and scan through YouTube and stuff all night stealing. And get back on their big platforms and say, this is what we discovered. Okay. It don't make no sense. Okay. But anyways, I went to Cornelius' page, right? I just had to get that out there. Whew, Lord Jesus. Hold on, let me see something. Let me sign in. Whew. Hold on. Okay, hold on, you guys. Okay, so I saw yesterday where Orange Man quit on 1/5/2023. He filed a uniform affidavit of indigency, and that was he swore to the court. Thank you, Street Politics, for the $5 super sticker. He swore to the court that he was indigent. Okay. He swore to the court that he was indigent and he did not have any money for his legal fees. That's what that was, right? And so that's why he asked the court. Okay, so he does still have Massey retained. And so what had happened is, since he had sworn to be indigent, Massey, probably because of the publicity of the case, can agree to become court appointed and take less money. And I believe that the salary cap is a 250, right? And so then what happens is, when a person is indigent, the court appoints them an attorney. The attorney tells the normally the attorney does it, but the attorney tells the client to ask the court to hire them a private investigator, right? And so the court will give up to $5,000 to go and get some situations for their discovery, to find witnesses. They claim they got witnesses. They go and interview them, and they go on this hunt and all of that. Normally it's dead ends and all of that shit, but that's what happens, right? Especially if they know they did it. And so a lot of times what happens is they'll get private investigators, because it will not hold up in court unless there is a private investigator to go out there and get it for the discovery, oftentimes, right? And oftentimes what they'll do is they will what's the word I'm looking for? They'll talk to somebody, and they'll try to get people to say this and that. But by the time it come for them to time for them to come to court, those so-called witnesses will back out because they don't want to come to court and commit perjury, because the judge is gonna say it, tell the lawyer, they're gonna say it from the start, and then the lawyer gonna tell them, look, if you know this ain't true, don't get on the stand, because the lawyer's gonna break you down and you will be charged with perjury, and the judge will sentence you right there. And oftentimes, if they know that they're lying, these fake witnesses that they've come up with, they will back out. That is one reason why the judge told Cornelius, hurry up and get your discovery situation together. Remember, to give to your lawyer so that they could turn into the courts, because whatever he thought he had, people were backing out, right? Because folks get to thinking about, shit, Dolph case too big, I ain't gonna lie, and go to jail. Okay, so that's the situation with Hernandez. And he's got to be back at court on the February the 8th. But this happened. He declared he was indigent on January 5th, 2023. So that was held last week, right? So now we went on over to Cornelius. This is when we discovered that there was something going on with Cornelius yesterday. Okay. Hold on. And the thing that get me about some of these folks, when they want to beef with you and you won't give it to them, with me saying this, they'll jump on their platform and throw out subliminals about me saying this. Them be the same niggas that then got on their platform before and said something about somebody not stealing their stuff and not giving them their credit. Peep that. Okay. Okay, so Cornelius, remember, let's go to, it's saying conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Now, from my understanding, Cornelius did not have that before. I hate that it takes me back all the way back out when I click out of it. let's look at his because he has a new case number. I discovered that yesterday, right? If you look at his old case, he had first degree murder, criminal attempt, first degree murder, unlawful carrying or possession of a weapon, employer firearm with intent to commit felony, theft of property, 10 to 60,000, right? He has a new case number. I discovered that yesterday. And his case type has been upgraded to special prosecution unit case. That is when Department of Justice has stepped in. That is the feds. That is what I said yesterday. I discovered yesterday, right? This is his new case number. A charge has been added: conspiracy to commit first degree murder. We discovered that yesterday, right? Now, if I had been on somebody's page in the bushes, I would have sure said that person, I was on their page and they went looking at that and this is what they discovered. Okay. Then we ended up, because I was like, special prosecution unit case. I was like, well, let me see what that means. Remember we looked that up? That means that the Department of Justice has stepped in. Okay. And they get some special attorneys to come in and prosecute their case. And they only come in and prosecute as needed because now the Department of Justice has it, which is the feds. Okay? Right? So I was intending to get up and do a video. I was like, I talked about it yesterday, talked about it, a little bit about it last, and I was like, wow, hey, people had already been saying, it's several people that had already been saying for months that this case was going to be a Rico. I mean, I'm woman enough to say that it had been, it's several, right? That we felt like that it was going to be a Rico. But now it appears that it has happened. And so then another thing that I discovered, I was like, well, normally their attorney is right there and that's what made us look up Cornelius. I said, Cornelius Schultz is a celebrity attorney. He has represented celebrity. So he's high price. He's not as high price as Massey, which is Orange Mound Quet's attorney. That's why he's indigent now. Hell, Massey done drained every damn dime he got. And so what Massey will do is he'll go ahead and turn into a court-appointed attorney because the judges will ask the attorneys that if your client has declared he's indigent, would you like to stay on and just become and be court-appointed, and the courts will pay you the amount that we allot to court-appointed attorneys? Most attorneys say hell no. If they high price, because they need to charge that $7.50 and up an hour. But I'm sure Massey probably got $50,000 to start off with Orange Mound Quet, and he'll take that $2.50 an hour. Hell, it's for the publicity, really. Because he know it ain't a damn thing he could do for Orange Mound Quet anyways, but pray for him. Okay? So what I saw was Cornelius' attorney is not showing up. Remember, I was like, well, Schultz is a very high-priced attorney, somewhat of a celebrity attorney. And I was like, Cornelius has had him for a year. That's what made us go look it up. And I know that he's paid like 2 or 3 retainers. It ain't easy to constantly pay them $30,000 and $40,000 retainers, especially when they charging $7 and $8 and $9 and $1,000 an hour. You can eat their retainers up in a matter of a couple months. Because the lawyer's going to bill you every time they talk to you on the phone. Every piece of paper that they run off. Every conversation that they have Every time they send their investigators to talk to you, their attorneys that's in their firm, they are billing you. Every time they talk to your family member, they gonna round it up to an hour. Can you imagine that? So if he charging $800 an hour, he have a conference with your family member. It's 45 minutes or 30 minutes because it normally ain't no longer than 30. He gonna round that to an hour. That's $800 damn dollars. Okay. Now we see what I saw was Cornelius did not have an attorney. He didn't have an attorney with the new case number. I was like, wow, I don't see that. And let me just say this, because I ain't no slimy chick. When I started looking at that, I was so thrown off by not seeing. I saw the case. He had a new case number, and I was looking at that special prosecution, and I was like, he ain't got no attorney. And Jay Clyde said, but he got a new charge. I said, what? He was like, did he have that conspiracy to commit murder charge? I was like, no. So that's a new charge that they have given Cornelius also. Okay. Because if somebody else brings something to my attention, I'm going to say they did it. It didn't take no money out of my pocket to say it. Okay. So Cornelius now has conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Why do y'all think all of a sudden a charge has been upgraded? He's got a charge that's upgraded to conspiracy to commit first degree murder. It's because somebody down there talking. They ain't got no money for no lawyers no more. You know what I mean? I don't see where Schultz is up there as Cornelius's attorney. See, Schultz is somewhat of a celebrity attorney. So he probably ain't gonna do no work for no $250 an hour. Okay. We have yet to see, but he probably ain't. Because Schultz don't, Massey likes the attention. He one of those, but he's good. But it makes me wonder how hard Massey is going to work, knowing that he's got people paying him, $1,000 an hour and up, based at opposed to a person that's now, because he's still on there retained, that's paying him $250, and he capping out at $250 an hour, which is a lot of damn money to us. It ain't nothing to him. So it seems, that maybe they ran out of some money. Now Straight Drop still has his attorney, but Straight Drop just got his attorney. Maybe his retainer's fee ain't ran out. See, and so it started to add up. Maybe that's why we're starting to see some of these shootings go on. Also, because hey, people don't want to continuously pay for attorneys. Whoever the funders are, maybe they feel like they did what their obligation was. And because hey, as I said before, I always felt like that their intentions was to put it all on Straight Drop anyways and leave him to hang out to dry. And they felt like Straight Drop would never say anything because he didn't want the jacket on his back of telling. Right? They was just intending for him to hang out to dry. Straight Drop is still, and I don't want to hear nobody saying nothing to me about what, yeah, he's still a 24-year-old child. He's got to pay for what he did. But Orange Mound quitting them double Straight Drop's damn age. He's a young adult. And although he's got to pay for what he did, all the other people that did this with him has to pay too. It ain't right for them to have just put it all at his feet and want him to carry the back, take one for the damn team. All of them have to pay. They immediately got Cornelius a lawyer because they want to take care of Cornelius. For some people did. They wanted to take care of him for some reason. It was Straight Drop they didn't want to take care of. They set Straight Drop up from the beginning. They lied to him like they had him a lawyer. And I'm gonna tell these little dudes something, because see, when they get emotional, see, this is what happened the night that they killed Dow. They started getting their little pissy asses on social media and started trying to threaten people and things of that nature. It's one came, I know I wanted him to turn that light on so bad so I could snap his picture. That I was gonna snap your picture and send it to the FBI. That's what I was gonna do, because I know you was coming up trolling. He wouldn't turn it on, he jumped off. So I'm gonna tell these trolls, don't let these other vloggers that's working, because some of them are hired. I done told y'all, I'm not saying that to just be saying that. I done told y'all these vloggers some of these vloggers working with these record labels. Don't let them send you out, and don't get emotional and come up here, because I'm gonna snap your picture and send it up. If you're talking about sending out terroristic threats, that's when JoJo Splat them got their asses. Folks, they have misplaced anger. That's what that is. When they killed Dog, they jumped their asses on the internet and started trolling, smoking on a dog pack, showing his chain, all that. And they traced them. You think if these fuck niggas that's hackers that's get ready to go to jail can do it, you think the FBI can't do it? Regardless to what you bottom feed niggas that's got these hackers, y'all got all these faith in these hackers that's get ready to turn y'all over to the FBI, because they're not gonna go down for y'all. The FBI still got more intelligence and power than these hackers. So you don't think that they was able to trace them as they did immediately? Their social medias, when they was threatening all these vloggers that was first had started talking about Dolph, that was before anybody was arrested. That's how they got that, was on people's trails. They saw the area that it came from, because they was tracing these crackheads that was getting on here trying to exert fear into the atmosphere, right? That's what they did. They said, ain't Cornelius kin to Lamigos? I don't know. That's what people were saying. That's what they were saying. But so Cornelius' case, it seems, is possibly a Rico case now. But in all due fairness, you had, a few other women vloggers saying it. Anyways, they don't really like to give the women their flowers. Not unless, they being flunkies for them. I can't be nobody's flunky. And you don't have to like me. But if you're going to be in the bushes, I know y'all be wanting to come see all this chocolate, okay? Because you be in the bushes. But if you're going to get something, why not just say you got it from that person's page? It makes people respect you better. Because I'm going to tell you something, when you don't do it right, it never ends up right. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of people with Smith is a very common name all over the world. I don't know if that's his brother. I don't believe that it is. I think that was checked out. I don't think that's his brother. But I don't know. I don't think that Cornelius and Hernandez. Thank you, Player Code, for the $10 super sticker. I don't think that Cornelius. Y'all hit the like button. I don't think that Cornelius and Orange Mound Quet is related. I do know that they lived in the same hood. Okay, I do know that. So we knew, y'all. Let's see. Cornelius has to be back in court. Okay. And another thing that I noticed is saying Cornelius was indicted on 11/16/2022. Thank you, Demon, for the $20 super sticker. But he does have a new charge and he's got a new case number. Okay. So, you know, hey, we saw that they took care of Cornelius from the very beginning, right? They took care of him from he had a lawyer. We saw how straight drop. That's why I always say to go if you go back to the beginning, you will see um where Cornelius, okay. Straight drop was very I'm trying to find that video how he looked when Cornelius said he had an attorney. Straight drop was set up, if you ask me, from the very beginning. He was led to believe that, and hey, I like Arthur Horn. Hey, he's very charming. He's very friendly. A lot of the hood dudes love him for as their attorney. But I thought I heard Arthur Horn say that he was going to represent straight drop. Maybe I misheard that, but I'm almost sure I was sitting on my couch looking up at my damn TV and I saw that. Maybe my mind playing tricks on me, but I thought I heard him say it. Okay. That's what I thought. But then, I thought he said my client is going to turn himself in Monday. I thought I heard him say that. But then when Straight Drop turned himself in, I thought because I can remember, I thought he sent out something saying my friends and family and the staff told me that that I am not representing him. I am not representing anybody that has been accused of killing young Dolph. I had no idea about this. Everybody and their damn mama all overseas knew that Straight Drop was wanted for killing young Dolph. And Arthur Horn didn't know it, and he's a lawyer in the city of Memphis. But that's what he said. Hey, if that's what he said, we can't prove he didn't know. He said he didn't know, and so he said he wasn't representing him. And I think that he had already turned himself in. Then I think they set him up from the start. They never had any intentions on getting him a lawyer, and didn't, until some people started receiving some getting frequent visits from the alphabet people. When Straight Drop came in there and came to court, and you could tell he was stressed. Okay. He said he wanted to be moved. He said he wanted to be moved to the correction center. I said, why in the hell would nobody wants to go to the damn correction center? Hell, he going upstate, but the correction center is not upstate, it's out east. But I was like, he going up there soon enough. Okay. Wow. And so that text message just threw me off. But anyways, I was downtown that Friday, and somebody said it's getting ready. Somebody, came to me and said it's getting ready to be. Let's get ready to be another indictment. It's getting ready to be an arrest. Hell, I didn't. I was on the run. I was like, for real. They didn't even tell me the name. They just said it to me. And that Monday, Doo Wop or Wop, Big Wop or whatever, Doo Wop was indicted. He was arrested. And I said, okay, that's why. That might be the reason why, because maybe Straight Drop thought Doo Wop was coming, down there to the jail. But he's been out at the Covington. And y'all have to understand, Doo Wop know what happened too. But Straight Drop was ready to go right before Doo Wop was arrested. So then, right before they got Orange Mound Quet, he asked to be moved again. Orange Mound Quet hurry up and went and got that lawyer when them folks came to him that last time and told him, we know you did it. And when we come back, we got you. They got him that lawyer. Okay. He says, I think it's safe to say that Desmond and Shondell are shooting dice together in the afterlife. Y'all think Shondell dead? I don't know. I don't know about that. The only thing I could say is, in order to, what's the word I'm looking for, to be able to evade the FBI, who is capable of tapping into anything, to doing anything. All you gotta do is put them on person's trail. Like these hackers, when because they have so many people that hack, you have to directly put them on the nigga trail, especially when they start hacking networks. But the only way to evade the FBI is to he somewhere working with him, or he is dead. So it's one or the other. Either he's dead or he's in protective custody. Just remember that. It's one or the other. He ain't missing. He's not smart enough to outsmart them. So either he's dead or he's in protective custody and working with them. Okay. So we do know it's one or the other. It's one or the other. When they accidentally released him, he went sleeping with the fish and gators. I don't know about that. I got faith. I don't know if I believe he did. But hey, he could be. Um, this is to head into record deals, labels, and folks who up those games. This is high cases here and the biggest I've ever seen in 63 years of my life. I hope y'all peep what she said. U.S. Marshals already picked him up. He's in Fed PC. um, Tamara been on Facebook posting pictures with money. He out of jail. I don't believe he's out. I don't believe he's out. They've been very, very quiet about that. You know, people be uploading to their pages and stuff. Just like, you had somebody uploading to a Straight Drops page. He looked like a old Christopher Williams looking nigga working the feds. I hope it's telling. But yeah, y'all, it looks like Cornelius' case has turned into a Rico. That's what it looks like. Orange Mound Quet has declared himself to be indigent, which means he has no more money. I wonder how long Bill Massey, because even if he decides to stay on, and it looks like he's still retained, he could decide that he don't want to stay on anymore. Lawyers don't. I mean, for cases like that, but I mean, he charged him a big retainers anyways. It's just that them hourly fees ate the money up. So why do y'all think that Cornelius has had a charge added? Conspiracy, just like Orange Mound Quet. Now he has conspiracy to commit murder. That's the one charge that they didn't have. Now Cornelius have that. I told y'all Cornelius' ass was out there. I told y'all he was out there. But why do y'all think Cornelius's charge has one that charge? He's had a charge upgraded to conspiracy to commit murder. Cornelius eating that jail food. Somebody might have been putting money on his books because whoever was taking care of him from the beginning, they got him a lawyer. But like I said, I don't see Schultz as his lawyer no more. It's not even showing that he has a lawyer retained. The Alabama hitter said, I believe Quet put that charge on cornbread. I told y'all they said Quet energy was different. They would pick all of them up. Hey, Tiffany. I believe Quet, he told them about the conversation to commit the hit. Whatever happened? Y'all remember when Cornelius was going to court for his bond hearing? Why they ain't saying nothing else about no damn bond hearing? You remember they stopped months ago talking about that bond hearing. They hadn't said anything about a bond hearing in several months. They kept rescheduling, and now then they just flat out stopped scheduling for bond hearings. He got a new case number now, so you don't even see his history. If you look at his up under his new case number, you don't even see a history, right? Of events that happened previously. Ain't that something? That's something. Ciao. He probably ain't gonna get a bond now because it was a paid hit. So it money and motive and probably something to do with somebody's label. That's why Rico playing factored. Let's not forget someone at Makita's helped. I don't know. I've never I haven't heard that. I would have to hear that somebody at Makita's was involved from a credible source. And like I said, I don't know everything about the case, but I can honestly say, and I don't know anybody at Makita's. I have not heard that. Just like a lot of these other names that um people have thrown out. I haven't heard a lot of these names. When I heard a vlogger say Orange Mountain Quet's name, I knew that was true because I had somebody credible, which was somebody at downtown, had already told me that Orange Mountain Quet. That's why I say Orange Mountain Quet folks. Orange Mountain Quet folks fed him to the vlogs, I believe, because nobody knew that. Probably the people that hired him. I had not said anything about Orange Mountain Quit, but I had somebody had told me that he was going that they was, it was something that was going to happen with that. I had never even heard a name Orange Mountain Quit. And so then when I started hearing his name in the vlogs, I was like, "Oh my god, that person that's saying that, somebody that know said it." But I never did say anything cuz stuff like that I'm not going to say nothing about. I'm not going to put that type of information out there. It's not for me to do that. Hey, Jeff Lee. Yo Gotti got to save enough to sell out his brother. Now Makitas would have been got told on if they was involved. He knows one of payers of the hit. That's why conspiracy. Now them cookie monsters are in it up to their eyeballs. Hey Jeff. Facts. Let's see. True says and 901 because he hell are they for them on slip out through the cracks. Still think someone at Makita's know more than what they saying. I even had they or heard they found out phone in their safe. Wow. Y'all please hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. So y'all, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting, but you have to understand some of these dudes. And if my computer mess up, don't trip, child. I'm gonna come right back up. These dudes had already been, telling on each other. They had already been telling on each other. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't. It's 287 people in here. So make sure you hit the like button. So yes, y'all, it looks like Cornelius' case has turned into a Rico case. Right? Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to. Hold on, you guys. Um, Hold on, pulling something up. I'm trying to pull up Jamarcus. That's allegedly Straight Drop's brother. Let's see how different his situation look. I personally, Jamarcus has the lesser charge. I personally didn't believe that Jamarcus was gonna go down for any of them. That man's family, he's got conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Yeah, Jamarcus just, of course, he just had conspiracy to commit first degree murder. Jamarcus did, and he could have very well said that Cornelius was at the table. Jamarcus charge he does not have all those other charges, and you could look at Jamarcus when he was in court, and you could tell that he wanted to go home. His family was there, his girlfriend. It looked like he might have had some babies or something, or a baby or something. He had loved ones that was there, and you could tell by the way his energy was and how he dropped his head. So if he's got the conspiracy charge and that's all that he has, of course, with him wanting to get out, you could tell Jamarcus. They say he was transporting the money. Jamarcus wanted to get out. Melody says, I've watched a lot of plays being played all along for real. So many moves, my head was spinning for a long time there. What did you notice, Melody? What all did you notice? These dudes are in self-preservation mode because they realize that, and it's something. Cornelius, it looks like, is the first person. Hey, is Cornelius gonna cooperate? I believe that he is. His case looks like the first one that we see in the system to be is moved to the special prosecution unit. And like I said, it says that the special prosecution unit was formed by the attorney general to discharge the statutory mandate given to the Department of Justice of initiating and participating in the prosecution of an individual. Okay, so it's federal. That's federal. The Department of Justice, that's federal. Okay. They trying to prosecute too. They prosecuting too. And they prosecute cases that are affiliated with organized crime, right? Organized crime cases. I think Grenado dude is gonna fold first. Are you talking about Jamarcus? He's going to tell it all. It was going from one end of the country to the other in all federal involvement. Unless you were watching the actual DOJ channels and YouTube, you would miss it for real. Real street cats keep doing what they do. Cowards tuck their tail and hide. Do you think any of this is connected to Darnisha surviving the shooting and possibly connecting the Covington shooting? I don't know. I don't know. Are you talking about Orange Mountain Quet? From drugs to human trafficking and money laundering, it all goes hand in hand. Some big money and street folks running the pays. Well, I told y'all when there is a murder for hire, the feds were basically already in it, working it. She had already partnered with the federal entities. Okay, and that is because the feds get in when they know that there's a lot of money, right? And that money was passed around and it came from over state lines. Add in their record labels and bosses, bam. Yeah. I'm gonna drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. You can come up. I'm telling them these trolls that's real emotional. Y'all better make a decision. Yep, I said that from day one. This was going from Cleveland, Ohio, Texas, Memphis, and Atlanta. And then Florida. Wow, somebody stayed busy. Cornbread is definitely going to cooperate to the fullest extent. Same thing Young Thug going through is why Cornelius has a Rico case. I told y'all before Cornelius got big, that body frame out there looks like Cornelius to me. I mean, it looks like him to me. That dude with that mask on the other one looks like Straight Drop. I'm ready to pull that out. I'm gonna show y'all. It looks like him to me. It do. Hold on. I'm getting ready to show y'all. I don't know. It kind of looks like it could be him to me. Um, let me see. What can I pull that up at? I wonder why I don't see it. Here it is. Can y'all see that? Let me see. That looks just like Straight Drop to me. It do. I don't care what nobody say. It looked like him to me. Let me see if they. Yeah. Look at the mask on his face. It looks like him to me. If you look at Straight Drop in court, the way that his mouth and stuff is shaped, that mask kind of sticks out off on his mouth. The way that his face and stuff is structured, it looks just like that to me on there. I wish there was some kind of way I could zoom. It looks like him to me. Um, let me see if I could pull up a picture of him in court. Um, okay, look at him right here. That mask is sitting on his face the exact same way. I think I've shown that before. That mask is kind of sitting on his face the exact same way it was sitting on. It looks like it could be him to me. Look at his chest, his how his shoulders and stuff are made. Exact same way as the dude that was running up. I mean, look at how wide he is across there. It looks like him to me. Look at that. He's kind of got a football player's build, right there. I mean, it's the exact same right here. Yeah, that's definitely him. Look at that. That's him. Cornelius may have strategically gained all that weight so he could look different. When they go to trial and start comparing, looking at them pictures and stuff. They do shit like that. Um, let's see, Cornelius Smith. Okay, this is before Cornelius gained all that weight. Y'all see how cornbread looked before he gained all that weight? Look at his frame. He looks completely different now. I believe it's higher than Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a gatekeeper. Remember, he had to sign to someone higher. That's true. He had to sign to someone. He's being funded by somebody. Allegedly, the only people who knew Dog would be there is the people that work there, specifically the dad and Raven. Stepping in the afterlife. Yeah, he's stepping in the afterlife. Oh, so maybe they had him tagged for someone and his circle was dropping his location. Um, there may be names no one even thought about. Well, yeah, their names because they got somebody arrested now that don't nobody even know. Exactly at 901. I get so sick of people saying them folks are in on that, but they're the only ones nobody has told on. 901 can't get out your feelings. Yeah, like I said, everybody has a right to their own opinion. I'm trying to because y'all see Cornelius right here. Look, y'all, before he gained all that weight. Can y'all see him? And this is him now. This is him right now. He done hooked over to the side and everything. He looks completely different. Look like he done got taller too. Um, Oh, these folks that made a TikTok, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Look at how they got Cornelius looking. They wrong. Okay, if you look at his frame, I was trying to pull up when he was out when they was out there. That's definitely straight drop. Look like Cornelius to me. Um, thank you, Valerie, for the cash app. Thank you, I am She Johnson, for the super sticker. Hey, Jay Clyde. Is Jay Clyde in here? I'm not saying the cookie people is guilty, but um Raven's lies about her dad saying stay with me, and then the dad saying he didn't even know who had been shot is suspect. 22 shots is what blows my mind. 22 million and 22 shots. Well, it could be something to it. I don't know. It could be. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, I dropped the link. If anybody want to come up and talk about this, you could definitely come up and talk about it. Okay. It's fun to, let's see. They say it's fun to speculate, but we don't know until everything is over. Well, that's true because it's a lot of stuff that we don't know. It's a lot of stuff that we have no idea about at all. That only the police know, and the FBI, and the police, um, and the feds know. Cornbread stomach looks like it's been swallowing that white slime. Oh, y'all, I just dropped the link. If anybody want to come up, you could definitely come up and talk about this case. I don't mind at all. Everybody's opinions are respected. I'm not one of those ones. I'm not one of those ones that get mad. Thanks again, Valerie, for the super sticker. I mean the cash app. I'm not one of those ones that, and thank you, I am She Johnson, for the super sticker. That get mad at somebody and start, I don't try to control people. When people, you have to watch people. When you don't agree with them and they start throwing out false accusations and trying to defame your character and stuff, it is because they are trying to control you. They don't believe what I believe. That's mental illness. That's mental illness and manipulation. Okay, that's why you have to shoot fire up under their ass with paperwork. Um, if you don't believe what I believe, then you must be a part of it. That's to try and control you. That's what people do to kids. I know they still try to do it to grown folks too. Um, how did the guy know Dolph was shot 22 times? I think the cussing pastor was the first to put that out. I know he was because the cussing pastor, was able to um, get his autopsy paperwork. He put that out before any vlogger put it out. And then he stopped talking about it. He got it very early on because the cussing pastor knows has worked that film. He's an undertaker. So he knows all the people at the funeral homes. So he had it before anybody had it, even the local medias, news medias. Some people just love to be talked about. They feed off negative energy. Yeah, they do. They feed off of negative energy. And I can't give it to them. Yes, he was the very first to say it. False results put that narrative out as far as someone on the scene said 22 shots never happened. Oh my goodness. I wanted to show, I was looking for that picture where Cornelius, to compare it. Um, and now keep in mind now, even the witnesses said we do know that there was, more people, on the scene, right? These folks around here done lost their damn mind. Sending these young dudes out to start up. I mean, if they don't want to be there, if they don't want to go to jail, they shouldn't kill people. Um, hold on. Like I said, it's always good to go back to the beginning. I dropped the link because I want for it. Let's see. Hey Tam, I don't see your link. You don't see it? Hold on, let me drop it. I just dropped it again. Um, Bubba Diego says, the same dude that said that was Black Youngster car sitting out there on video is the same dude that he was hit 22 times the day of. F Ratchet. Oh Lord. He said, you cute, but show some more pics. Okay. I just dropped the link. New Mix, he got it from off Tamara's live from yesterday. Who is New Mix? No, I reported on this yesterday, New Mix. Um, it seemed like somebody in their feelings, they sending their trolls over here and they done went and made a fake page. I don't argue with women and I don't argue with 65 men either. SD123, turn your camera on in the backstage, love, so I can see you. You hear me? Turn your camera on so I can see you. Okay, hon, I see you. You can turn it off. How you
Hi,
doing?
I'm good. Can you still see? I mean, can you hear me?
I could, let me see. I can hear you now.
Okay, great, great, great. So, yes, I just recently joined your YouTube, and I really enjoy your commentary because it's like it's like a good mix of both. Like you are from Memphis and then now you're, on that legal end of it. So we get like a good perspective from you as just a person that born and raised in Memphis and on the legal side. So that's great because I'm nowhere near Memphis. I'm in Michigan. But yeah, I can't
Shout out
remember.
to Michigan.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I can't, you know what? Because I'm on YouTube as well. I do like mainly like celebrity content, gossip or
What's
whatever.
your page?
It's LaShawn.
Okay.
Yeah. But I recently did a video on Angela Simmons. The gist was like, a good girl and now she's dating a big bad rapper, which is Yo Gotti. So, when you put stuff out there or have a content, then you get all these people from everywhere commenting on it. So I ended up getting a lot of people in my comments saying, Yo Gotti is this and he love her and that's the best thing that happened to her. And I'm like, okay. So when I did my little research, because I didn't go that deep, because I didn't really know of nothing deep to go into. So when I did my little research, it was like all this stuff about Yo Gotti and this young Dolph character. I had no idea in 2022, just a few weeks ago when I did my video, had no idea about Young Dolph at all. I didn't know nothing about him. I listened to Drake and Future pretty much, and DJ Khaled. I don't know about all these dang on rappers. So that's how I got into this whole story, and it's like fascinating. So I listened to a whole bunch of other little videos about him. I came across one of yours and ended up subscribing to yours and a few others. So I am like so rooted in this story because it's so interesting, and then it's so tragic because he was almost like or pretty much like a what's that other rapper that died that was doing so much for the community in LA?
Nipsey.
Yeah, he was so much like Nipsey, doing so much trying to help, and then he gets taken out like this. It's like all the good ones that really, really trying to help and really give back, they all get taken away. And that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
That's
sad.
true. That's true.
Like Nipsey, you're getting ready to do so much for his community where he grew up, born and raised, and now all that's on hold, if it'll ever get
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Young Dolls case, and I think the reason so many people are interested, even as it relates to the shooters, and I think it's because people subconsciously have an idea of where this came from. You know what I mean? You're talking
Mm-hmm.
about Young Dolph was a celebrity, and it would appear to others that other celebrities may have been involved in his demise. I think that's why so many people are focused in on it. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of unbelievable, especially when you've been fans of some of these people's whose names are being thrown in the mix as it relates to the assassination of Young Dolph.
Yeah.
I really think that's why so many people are fascinated because, like, Dog, I was a fan of him too. Like, how can you just plot to take another man's life just because you mad at him and you think that's right? You call this street shit. Well, people who want to be in the street, we can't support them in the rap game.
Right.
They need to stay in the street because
That's
they're
right.
putting that type of energy into the atmosphere. That's why I
Right.
always say we have to be very meticulous about who we support
Right.
because these celebrities have these big followings and they go send somebody to do a hit and put into the atmosphere to all these impressionable young dudes who ain't never really had nobody to guide them right, especially in this era. That is cool to do that and then get on your Instagram or whatever your social media platform is and troll and talk about it. That's the reason why it makes me feel good when I hear the FBI and the TBI in Memphis say it ain't no gangsters in Memphis. If it is, it won't be for long because we gonna get them up out of here. They're gonna
Right.
be in jail. Because
Right.
it's a darn shame that even some of these rappers try to mimic themselves as gangsters, what they've seen on TV, as if they can't decipher. They came up in another time. They know damn well killing somebody is wrong.
Exactly. But you know, because I'm about 15, 20 minutes outside of Detroit, but I'm born and raised in Detroit, you know, and then after got older, was able to move to a little suburbs or whatever. But hey, it's crime out here. It's crime everywhere now because that's just the world we live in now. But in Detroit, we have a lot of crime, right? We got murders. Like at the end of 2022, we had murders in the 3,000s, if not 4,000s. So it's a lot of crime here. So I'm used to it, you know, hearing about the murder. And it's sad that it's the teenagers, the young adults, and you know, just like I said, just by researching this story about Young Dolph and Gotti and everybody else that's involved, more or less, it's sad for the people because I remember you on another video mentioned like the people that still live in the hood. Like they're just going
Mm-hmm.
around with the guns, killing each other, and you know this child that got his chain taken or what. It's more and more and more brewing up with more and more killings about to start happening. We just don't know when, and we just don't know who. And it's like, when do we stop? When do we stop? Because it's like, you know, you mentioned while what was that other night where Key Glock or whatever, now he wants to retire. You know, I think he was a pretty good rapper. I haven't heard many of his songs, but I almost don't blame him because it's like this stuff is perpetuated. It's like a tornado. It's like more and more. When is it going to end? And he don't want it to be him next. Y'all say he already got haters and people who think he had something to do with it and all this and that. That boy probably sitting up in his house like, you know what? I don't want to be bothered with this stuff no more.
I
I want
think at
to
one
live.
time, I think I did a video like earlier part of last year with Key Glock may have talked about retiring. The rumor was that he said he was going to retire or something and get into the music and get into the movie. And there might have been a rumor, but I
Mm-hmm.
think when this happened to Young Dolph, Key Glock was extremely depressed, and then
Mm-hmm.
people started throwing it at his feet, even though folks knew exactly where it came from. I'm like, you can't be double-minded. Just because they had seen old pictures of Key Glock on there with some of the people that have been, named and doing this to Young Dolph, you see Young Dolph in some of the pictures.
Right.
People change up. How many people have been backstabbed? At some point, those folks fell out because they got jealous. But even
Right.
when they fell out, because if you look at one of Stray Drop's old social medias, he was throwing out subliminals like 2 years ago, but it was never enough because Dolph was coming to Memphis giving out turkeys every year. So it was never enough though. When they was throwing out subliminals, it was a little jealousy because he had said to Teezy when Dolph and Key Glock dropped a song, that's supposed to be us. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it was, like I said, a little jealousy, I believe, which is what we all see. Dolph was coming every year to Memphis. They didn't try to pop him then. He was right out there giving out those turkeys. But it was some motivation behind it, which was money and instigation.
Right.
And so people wanted to blame Key Glock when I knew from the start Key Glock had nothing to do with that.
Now,
Everybody already knew where it had came from in Memphis.
do you think that uh and I know it wasn't Dolph himself, but do you think some of the other PRE members had something to do with the killing of what's the other little boy name? Black youngster, his brother.
That's hard to say. And I'm going to tell you why that's hard to say. Because we heard the insurance agent that was on Thaddeus Matthews' show that I think had somewhat of a personal relationship with Black youngster. Now, I think he kind of fooled with them on a not on just a professional level, but on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
So he said that we heard him on recorder saying it. He that's what he said. It shocked everybody.
Right, right.
As I said, I grew up in South Memphis, so I know a lot of people in South Memphis around my age. Right, I
Mm-hmm.
never knew Black Youngster, but I knew and still do some of his family members. That was very shocking to them because I remember when my friend told me that boy was killed. That never came up, and when that situation came up about young Dolph, it was very shocking to her. She was like, "Why they saying that? They saying that Dolph killed had something to do with my cousin being killed. That ain't what happened." Now that's exactly what she said to me. I don't reveal the conversations me and my best friend have, but that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It could it be that they didn't know what happened? So that's why I say I'm kind of on the fence about that one because I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It could actually just be that he has gotten a battery put in his back by people that will I won't name or whatever, but yeah, it could just be a battery put in his back because he used him to do stuff that he can't do, that he shouldn't do because of the stature that he put himself at, like he said on one of them interviews with Charlemagne and them, like he run with Jay-Z and I'm doing parties in the Hamptons. I can't be doing this and that. So he get other people to do his dirty work, so to speak. So it's just sad. And like I said, since I've been following it now, I follow some of the other little guys, and I call them little because they 20. I got a son that's 26. And I pray every day when he leave the house that he comes back. Every day I say, Lord, cover him with the blood of Jesus, because it's bad in Detroit too, like I said. But um, it just seemed like they getting crazy. It's getting crazier. I wish
It
that,
is.
even though I know what's his name, Grove, I know he's grieving too, in his own way. But I almost wish that the other boy, Migo, I wish he would have never gone online talking about a Dolph pack and all this, man. Because the thing is, you respect the dead. That's how I was raised. You even it
Right.
could be a mass murder. Don't even say nothing about him now, because, or at least negatively, because now he's dead. Let it go. I mean, you can talk about the things he's done, I guess, if you want to, but Dolph wasn't really like that in terms of just being a bad guy, supposedly. You know what I mean? Like, don't
Right.
even say anything negative about him. Just let it go. And he said, on some other thing, he said he didn't really know him. He didn't even have a beef with him. So why are you even perpetuating that? Like, that's ugly. That's mean. You don't say that about the man just died. So
Right.
it's like he's almost, no, not almost. He is getting not what he deserved, but you shouldn't have never done that. You get what I'm saying?
They didn't kill him. You see what
Huh?
I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah,
it,
no, they haven't, not yet. But somebody is, somebody will, and I'm not putting that in the atmosphere, which I just did, and I hope he don't. But you just don't do that. You know what I mean? And then when the other boy, the black youngster boy, did the video with next to it, and then it got the Thornton name. It's like, don't do that to someone who died. I don't care how much you hate them. Just let it go. And that's what these boys can't do. And I call them boys because they not acting like men.
right. They are emotionally unstable boys. They're really emotionally unstable to the point where it is sadistic because you got to be a sadistic, sick person to just take somebody's life, to just kill somebody and take them off of this earth because you had a moment of anger. That's sick. That some of them are classified as serial killers, and it's so sad because what's getting ready to happen is they get ready, these young dudes that they sending out, they getting ready to start the government, because Tennessee still has the electric chair. It's getting ready
Mm,
to start returning death for death. They get ready to
mm,
start sending their asses to the electric chair.
mm, 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 mm. Yes, it's bad. It's bad. Did they have the other boy's funeral yet?
They had Big Scar's funeral yesterday, and I know that people were saying, people got on my live, because I said it's suspicious. And I know that they say Big Scar was on drugs. And I have to say it
Mm-hmm.
allegedly, because I didn't know Big Scar personally, okay? But it's still, I mean, seemed like it's suspicious. Maybe he did overdose,
Now,
but
what team was he on? I wasn't that familiar with him.
he was R&R. He was really cool with. It seemed like to me he was kind of cool with a lot of these young dudes came up together. They went to
Mm-hmm.
school and stuff together. He was getting ready to go on tour with Key like them. He talked about how he admired Dolph and all of that. But I see that he was kind of cool with, people that signed to like Moneybag Yo's camp, like Big 30 and them. It seemed like, there was some people that he was still cool with.
Mm. Mm. Yeah,
And
it's
so when you have situations like that, and he was get ready, Big Scar was, he had some, he was he was a good rapper. So in the age of backdooring, all I said was it could be possible, and I'm not saying that it is, but it could be somebody did it, that somebody might have gave him a appeal. When you're
a re-
already known to do drugs, so,
yeah,
it's easy to write that off as an overdose.
exactly. Yeah, that's
These
true.
cowards now don't want to go to jail. They see that the feds are in Memphis. We see that they've been in Memphis. They've been watching. They've been cracking down. They've been taking names and getting ready to take asses too. So these folks are so sadistic. They feel like the only resolution is to take somebody's child off of this earth as if they are God. And it's
Mm-hmm.
sad to say people like that, when they have that type of mentality, they need to be sent to the electric chair.
Now, do we know when this trial gonna start?
I personally believe that they're gonna start pleading out. That's what I believe.
Now, what does that mean exactly?
Pleading guilty, so that they won't get 60 years. They might get
Mm.
50. I
Mm.
just don't. I just, they'll fake like they gonna get out and this and that all the way up until they set a trial date, and right before the trial they'll plead out, because they fool themselves all the way up until the end, and it gets real. That lawyer tell them, look, if you're convicted, you're gonna get 100 years or something like that, and especially if they know they're guilty.
Right. Now, I didn't catch the beginning of this live, and I'll go back and look at the beginning of this one. But I think I came in on you saying or talking about straight drop and how that was him. Now, you believe one of those characters out there, the two gunmen, one of
Mhm.
them was straight drop?
I do, absolutely. I absolutely do.
Because you, like you said, you on the inside and get information here and there. We on the outside, and I, like I say, I listen to all these other people too. I'm not necessarily believing them, but I'm just hearing other versions, and they other people feel like that he really got shot up, the 22 bullets or whatever from the inside, and then we see those two men or characters out there on the outside. So what just from you being on the inside and got your ear to the street, what do you think? Like, you think he
I
got
never I've never heard that there was shots from the inside. If there was shots from the yeah, if there was shots from the inside, then I when somebody credible say it,
mm-hmm.
um, I'll be shocked. Hey,
I
it'll
don't know how
be
credible they are, but they have numerous videos where they're saying he got shot from the inside. Wasn't hardly no blood, if any. Their theory basically was that he got brought to Makita's and he was already dead. And when it was like they had set it up like a movie, and then when they wanted everybody to come around and see, they do the pow 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 outside, make it seem like those two guys just had jumped out the car. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's true or not. I just wanted to know, what was your take on that?
um, I never heard that. So since I never heard it, I believe that that the shots came from the outside.
Mm.
I never heard that there was shots from the inside. Um, yep, I never heard that.
It's gonna be interesting to see, what's all being said when you say a lot of them gonna plead guilty. I hope it do go to trial because we the people, fans, fellow Memphians. I don't know how y'all say y'all city, but people want some
Memphians,
answers. Oh, Memphians. Okay, people want answers.
and
We
they
want to know
give
how this went down.
right. Well, that's true. I mean, it's a lot of things that I don't know, and people are very anxious to know. It's coming out in pieces, it
Hmm.
is. But hey, I think people, just want justice in totality. Whoever was involved, I
Right.
want justice in totality. I think that everybody except for the people that was involved shared the same sentiment.
Right.
Hmm.
Jealousy and envy over money. It'll get them every time. I don't care
That's
what
right, because there
nobody.
was nothing that he could have said. I wouldn't care what he had said. They was wrong. They had no right to take that young man's life. Just like nobody would have had a right to take their life. Okay, when Black Youngster got on his song and did It's Your Birthday. And here's the thing about it. When Black Youngster and them did those songs and stuff, we would, even though, like I always say, we should have chose, but we like those songs. It was like
Hmm.
that song, hard that Black Youngster did, back then before all of this happened. People did not choose, and I think that that's what we made a mistake at when they was actively shooting at him. That's when we should have chosen. Instead, we were so happy, or a lot of people were so happy that it's this, they come from out of Memphis. Nobody was choosing. When they was going back and forth on the mic, that was
Right.
different.
Right.
But the
And
moment that shots was fired, the energy changed, and we should have chosen.
right, but you guys are fans. You want them all to win. They all come from Memphis. I mean, it's enough room in the industry, and even in that city, even though y'all say it's somewhat small, it's enough room for two Dolphs, two Gottis, and whoever else. It's the music industry. It's not based in Memphis anyway. It's based in New York or LA. You got tons of artists. So, I mean, it could be two, three, four guys from Memphis that's doing their thing. But it
That's
was the
true.
fact that he was independent. All his money go to him and his family.
Absolutely. And
And
a
them
lot of
record
people were
labels, they don't
jealous.
like that. They don't
Right.
like
And those record labels didn't like that. And a lot of other people didn't like it either. And that's the reason why I can't, even if the people that paid was motivated by people at the top, they never should have been, they never should have been easy to send out like that. Why take this young man away from his family? And now ultimately they're all going to be taken away from theirs, because I can assure you, everybody that was involved in the assassination of young Dolph, regardless to what part they paid, they are
that.
going to pay. So they're ultimately going to be taken away, because not only, there has to be some justice, but then also you have to reap what you sow. And
Right.
so now a lot of them are mad, and I see that they still sending these little emotional dudes out, and these dudes lead them right back to their camp.
You
You
kill me
trace them
when you
back, you
say
see who they
emotional.
are affiliated with.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. I work every day, but I'm definitely gonna be invested in this trial if it gets to that. Hopefully, it'll be televised. I mean, if they had OJ's on TV, well, no, they had it on what they have that on? It had it on court TV. So if you didn't have cable, you couldn't see it. But I hope I'm able to see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, but it's also sad because it's like you said, these young men going away for life, and
Right.
for
And then
what?
his family will have to sit in court, and look at video of their son walking into the cookie shop for the last time, because what people don't understand is that there was a camera, a blue light camera that sat across the street that they removed right after this happened, police camera from the cookie shop. So, their family is going to have to relive all of that. Their son walking into that cookie shop for the last time, looking at their son be shot down.
Mm-hmm.
They got to see all that, because regardless to whether the cameras at the cookie shop worked or not, all the cameras around that area worked. Hey, that's a highly impoverished area, which means it's a highly crime infested area.
Is it okay?
Very. So all of those businesses around there, cameras worked. Not to mention that the police precinct had to put their blue light cameras up because of the crime of the businesses, the breaking ins.
Mm-hmm.
People like to break into washer and dryer businesses all the time and break open the machines, tear them up to get the coins out.
Mm. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm so invested now. It's like now I want to see this to the end. Like what's going to happen? All these names. I don't know the people. I don't necessarily follow their careers. However, I do. I have downloaded Dolph's the new album. I haven't downloaded the other ones prior to, but this one I did. And like all the gold vines, and they showing the pictures of what allegedly they feel like a little meeting went on to set this up. I would imagine that it would have had to been more than that, and I don't even know if that was what was going on. Them being in a restaurant talking supposedly. I would imagine it would have to been a lot more than that little meeting to get this done. So I do feel, and I don't know everything, and I don't have no ears to the street in Memphis, but I do feel like it. To me, it would seem like some people from the inside helped. Now, who that might be, not saying it's Key Lock or anything, but it do seem like somebody from the inside might have, if they didn't do nothing but say, "Oh, he touched down in Memphis, he here," and they could take it from there to follow him around or whatever, whatever.
But the good thing about it is, I'm not saying that somebody that was not, because Dolph frequented, he was always over he just rode around in the Castelia area freely, because that's the area that he grew up in. We all know sometimes, you start to find out that sometimes some of these people are can be a little bit jealous. People will take, I don't believe any of his artists did it, but I don't know if everybody that lived in that area that may not have been in his inner circle, but the outer circle, meaning that they may have been, what's up, dog, lived around the area. Hey, who's to say that they didn't give his drop?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, something.
It wouldn't have been hard to spot him. And here's the thing: Orange Mound Quet and Cornelius lived in Orange Mound, 4 minutes up the street. So they're really right there together. If he's riding around that area, it's him, because, and they knew he was going to be there because he had been advertising about those turkeys.
Now
he was on the news. He was on the news all that Monday over at the center, the cancer center, where he donated $25,000. He donated $25,000 to the cancer center. He was on the news that Monday, because remember, they want to tell a lot like he was kidnapped that Monday. I remember when the person got on here and said that he was kidnapped Monday. I said, well, hell, I remember seeing him on the news that Monday. They changed it and said, well, he was kidnapped that Tuesday.
Yeah, and also what trips me out, and what I feel like these artists, especially rappers, because you mainly hear about this type of stuff happening to rappers. What they need to, I feel like, realize is that once they get to a certain level, money wise, popularity, but especially money, because, money is the root of all evil. You can't really go back to your hood no more. I mean, you could do it every blue moon, every now and again, unannounced, like, not necessarily knowing, letting the public know that you're coming in or you're coming to do this and that. You just can't do it no more. And that's how a lot of them have gotten killed. Hence, what's the boy name from LA? Nipsey, now Dolph.
Mm-hmm.
They said that years ago with the man from Run DMC. He was with Run DMC, but he still was, I think, living and working in his community. He had a studio where he was born and raised. It's like you can't do that no more.
You can't go back no more because they get jealous of you. The mentality of people now is they so pathetic. With Dolph riding around with in some of his cars. That's why,
That
riding around
makes
in some of
people
his cars.
mad. That makes
Yeah, they
people
get mad. Why that motherfucking nigga coming over here? He trying to show us up riding around them cars. He
mad.
trying to floss on us. That's it's a lot of mental illness, not to mention that these folks on drugs so bad, it's got they thinking altered. That jealousy, they don't try to control no more. Oh, I'm gonna help them to kill that nigga.
Right,
He ain't give me no car, and I've been knowing him.
right.
But you gonna get up out your damn bed when you finally do get out the damn day gone with snot and slob running all down your damn white ass mouth because you won't work or wash your ass. But won't Dolph to take care of you.
Right. Yeah, you become a target. You can't do it no more. You can still help, but you gotta help from afar. You can't go down in the hood no more. You can't. You just can't. And I feel like that was obviously his downfall. That was where I believe Dolph was just naive to it. Despite that, this man then got shot at, what do you say, 100 shots before, and then another time in LA where they actually got him. He lived through that. And so you mean tell me, even after all that, you gonna go back through your hood without no real
Well, I
security
think
and
that
this and
Dolph
that?
felt like he would be safe in his hood. He was definitely in his hood. I don't think Dolph thought that there was any issues. He had been coming home. I just don't think he thought that there was any issues, and especially being in his area.
Hmm.
I think he underestimated that. It's
Yep.
unfortunate, and they knew that. They knew that.
Yep. He definitely underestimated it. But it's crazy to me that he too, being from the street, so you got a street sense, right? So how do you figure all this stuff happened to you, but yet you are safe? And I understand it's so many people that he know and love and grew up with. I get that. But you being shot at multiple times, how do you figure you could just go through there without having no real security with you? Or, because I only see that one little picture out there with him with the yellow t-shirt and at the restaurant, this and that. But and tell me if I'm wrong, but you ain't. I think he said his brother was with him, but you ain't got no other car behind you or in front of you. It's just you and your brother. So
Hmm.
I just think he was a little bit too naive about that, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's gonna be unfortunate for the people that did it too, because the devil will mess themselves up trying to mess you up. Not only did they take Dolph out of his life, as they say, "I snatch you out your body." That's what one of them rappers said. They
Mm,
have snatched their futures away from them because at some point they're gonna go away, and they're for a long time. But even in with them going away to jail for a long time, they still get to see their children, but they will be snatched away from their life as they know it,
hmm.
just like they snatched Dolph away from his.
So you feel like it will be, well, it is already arrest, but you feel like someone is going to pay. Because I feel like it's just so much
Yeah.
stuff going on and being said. It just seems like it's going to be unsolved. And maybe them little boys will end up getting out on technicalities or not enough evidence.
No, I don't believe that at all. I don't.
I hope someone obviously do pay, but I hope it's the right people or the right person. I don't want somebody who didn't really do nothing or who didn't really pull those triggers to go to jail and they didn't really, you know what I mean? They didn't really do nothing, or they had a very minute, because they don't really have a representation to
They
be their.
they got high price lawyers.
Now how is
We
that
got to give them
possible?
that. Right, they had high price lawyers, so that they it ain't like they didn't have a representation. And even though Orange Mountain Quet is declaring himself indigent, his high price lawyer has still stayed on. So it ain't that. So
Now
if
Orange
you
Mountain
know
Quest.
Cornelius had a bond hearing, right? He started having, they kept rescheduling it. How come they never had that bond hearing? If Cornelius went out there, it shouldn't be no damn problem to get him out. Instead, it looked like he done been Rico.
Mm. Now is Orange Mound Quet Govan Hernandez Govan too? Is that the same person?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Why wasn't he given a bond?
Um, well, that's because none of them were given bonds except for Jamarcus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you for coming up.
All right. Well, you will hear from me again. I enjoy your videos, and you take care and be safe.
I will. Thank you, hon.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye. All righty. Y'all make sure if you all haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. But yeah, you guys, I got on to talk about that. Y'all know I don't want to I'm not gonna stay on 5 and 6 hours today. But I did we discovered, Cornelius young dog's case is possibly Rico yesterday morning when I went live and did the research. It's Look at the video from yesterday and you will see it. Okay. Um, let's see, how many likes do we have, you guys? Let's see how many we got. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Yep, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Yep, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I got a feeling these hackers are getting ready to really show their hand because they hacked into my phone and they did it through my network. Y'all make sure that you all are calling your internet networking company until these hackers are gotten and can identify who have been hiring them to hack into shit. It's the ones that hired them to do it that I can't wait till they drop dimes on. But but one of the reasons that these hackers are hacking into your phones and stuff is because some of these folks are pedophiles that are on here, and they're looking for pictures of your little grandbabies and your children and things of that nature. And I have relayed that to the FBI. They're running a pedophilia ring, okay? And so some of these folks gonna be charged with that when they get caught, when they get them. So make sure y'all keep y'all's little babies pictures. They're sick. They're trying to get in to get your kids, pictures of your underage children. And you know what they do is they'll go and they do all types of stuff with your children's pictures. They jack off, they do all of that. They trying to get that. Like I got to take my little grandbaby's pictures off because oh my God. That because it's the babies that they are after. It's the children, the minors. I think they want to try to get pictures of them and get your location so they can try to put your kids into human trafficking. I've relayed all of that to law enforcement. Um, no, I've read a lot of different things and not up to speed with it. I know these two dudes are arrested. It's more than two, dude. Yeah, that's two of them, but they're not the only two that's arrested. I like what I see. She is beautiful daughter of Zion. Yeah, that's extremely sick. Um, they don't want women; they want the kids. Yeah, they want the kids, but see, oh Lord, I do. My little nephew is, I do have a little nephew that's 5 years old, and I got a lot of pictures of him in my phone. These men be wanting these little boys. They looking for that too. They prefer the boys, the little baby boys, sick bastards. And then they post it up on YouTube. Get ready to get hit with some pedophile charges. Okay. I need to see how legally we could do that because my little nephew is in my sister needs to, see how I can get her to put some stuff on paper. I was talking about you. I'm a man of the Lord. Amen. I'm glad you're a man of the Lord. Because there's a lot of people that's not. But it'd be good to see people that's truly rocking for God. Um, I be missing these comments. I promise you, they be rolling so fast. When I look at some of them, I go, "Wait, what's going on?" Thank you, Magnard. I have to roll back up. Thank you, Arcane X. Um, yeah, I'm gonna drop the link if anybody want to come up. Like I said, Cornelius, I'll do a recap of what I did yesterday morning when I found I broke that Cornelius case has possibly been recalled. Okay. Um, let me log back in. I'm going back to it. As a matter of fact, let me see where they got Cornelius housed at now. As a matter of fact, let me do that because I haven't. He might be still housed in the same place. Let me see where they got him housed at now. Let's see. And Cornelius a little short something too. And let me tell y'all something. On the jail system, they have not updated his information because that conspiracy charge has not been added. Let me show y'all. It has not been pulled over to here, but they have to update it in the jail downstairs. So let's see, theft, first degree murder, criminal attempt, unlawful carrying of a gun, employee, firearm with intent theft of property. 10 to 60. They have not updated his conspiracy, which is in the Odyssey. Let me see where he's housed at. He's still in JMG. But hell, it ain't no telling where yet because they haven't updated it. They haven't updated his new charge on here. Um, 22. I don't think they've updated his new. No, that's his booking number. I don't think they've updated his new case number either. Hey, wing ridden angel. I wish YouTube had a system where you can enter the live till you hit the like button. Yeah, I'm going to start doing I think it's called not members only but subscribers only. You have to be subscribed. They need to up. Oh my God, King Deshaun said they need to update that weight on his big ass. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Well, y'all, that's conspiracy is easier to prove. So Jeff, I know Jeff has a different. Jeff kind of has a hold on. I know Jeff kind of has a different view of what happened to Dolphin. That's cool. Like I said, everybody, is not gonna feel the same way. I got my 5 suspects and sticking with them. Who are the 5 suspects to you, Ramona? And y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. All right, y'all. We've been on like almost 2.5 hours. I'm gonna get off because I gotta get my day started. Stop killing our kind facts. Yeah. All right, you guys. I hope that you guys hit the like button. I've truly enjoyed being on here with y'all. I gotta go to the gym. Our sister gotta go to the gym. My New Year's resolution was to get back into the gym. Cause y'all know when you start getting to that age, but I've been doing really good though. When you already, God and already bless you in places, you start to get it starts to get bigger if you don't keep it toned up. So I have to keep my butt and my legs and everything toned. Hey Tanya. And it's 12. And believe it or not, if you start going to the gym enough, you start to get your energy, you start to love it. Um and then when I got a book that shows me everything that I can make keto, and believe it or not, like I'm gonna make some rotel today. And I've started doing like the intermittent fasting and keto and working out. And I promise you that weight will starts to drop. It's some things I don't care how much weight I lose, it will not go away. My butt, my breast, and like my legs always just stay big. Like that is just like one of my traits. And I get that from my mama. Keto is good. I make a Venezuelan chicken salad that is off of the freaking chain, and that is a keto meal. It is so delicious. Oh my God, it is so good. And I'm making rotel today. I'm gonna take my cheese because you can eat cheese with keto. I'm gonna take my cheese and put it out on the grill and let it melt and smoke it and smoke my meat. I'm gonna let my meat cook on the grill. I do ground chicken and then take the cheese and let it melt on the grill so it can have that smoke flavor. And it's going to be so freaking good. And I like to get those blue tortilla chips because they're supposedly better and they taste really good too. And and get my exercise in, you know. That's what I'm gonna do. Because like I said, I feel a lot better when I exercise. It helps my brain. It helps your blood to flow. I start getting ideas. I have more energy. Because sometimes when you work as much as I do, it's easy to just lay around on your off day. And I was like, even on my off day, I'm going to either get on my treadmill in the house or I'm gonna go over to the gym and and get my juices to flowing. And I normally like to go to the gym because there's other people there. You know, it kind of motivates you when you go over to there. But anyways, you guys, I have enjoyed being on here with you all today. I might go live when I go over to the gym. I'm gonna go to over to the Planet Fitness and get my groove on, which is my workout. Okay. And I love you guys. I want y'all to have a happy Sunday. Enjoy your families, okay? And I'll talk with you later.